So, oh man, I'm not even talking about that match. Okay, CM Punk, Darby Allin, and Sting versus MJF and FTR of the Pinnacle in a trios match for the ages in Greensboro Coliseum, the land of professional wrestling. It's so beautiful. Especially since the Sting hasn't been here in decades, since he hasn't wrestled there in decades, which is really telling. But Greensboro Coliseum hosted this main event with Sting as the forefront character of the storyline, even though Punk and MJF were at war. And Sting and Darby are battling FTR. This was the big match for this week's Dynamite, and we got spectacular fashion. Like, it's almost kind of insane how good Sting is at his age at this point. Like, you would think he should be done. Like, he had a neck injury, yet this guy is still tearing the house down, able to still tear the house down despite his age. It's kind of surprising. He's been wrestling since 1985. That's saying something. And he's been able to still continue wrestling even after a neck issue that almost ended his career. That ended his career for a time. And he gets to finally go out on his terms. And oh man, it's kind of amazing, isn't it? But yeah, so after the events of last week went down, Punk had announced that the big match is in fact the Pinnacle versus the alliance of Punk, Allin, and Sting. And yeah, I'm pretty sure FTR, MJF, and Darby were all secretly all giddy inside that they're working with the icon Sting, especially FTR being old school wrestlers, and the best in the world, CM Punk, who's now more and more getting more shredded as his body starts readapting more to wrestling again full time on this run. And okay, I gotta say it. The entrances they did with Punk and Sting. Sting comes out with CM Punk face paint, even the fists on the top of his forehead, and Punk, because he wants to go ahead and say, I have the same idea, but much different. He decides to paint himself as Surfer Sting with a mix of the Ultimate Warrior and the Blade Runner tag team he was in with Ultimate Warrior at that time in their careers, when they were big ripped dudes and whatnot. And this is a 6-man trios match, and I'm just like, can we just get trio titles now? I know we are that guy that don't want to have another Crisis of Infinite Championships like WWE does, but like, let's be real, this is a company that really should do the trios division right now. Like, they have all these factions going on, they have House of Black coming in, and I don't know if Andrade is going to stick around with Malachi, and no doubt Brody King, but let's be real, that's where this is clear where they're going with this. And Sting, when he got tagged in, oh yeah, when they did that, when Sting got in, the crowd went ballistic, like, that's our boy, and just went ecstatic to see him back in the ring again, and he's going to fight all these people. He's and also the highlights with MJF, when he was looking like gonna fight Punk, he just runs away. But yeah, MJF tags in and tries to chop Sting, fails miserably, and then instead he draws MJF with a clothesline, and it's oh god, how do I say this delicately? We get this moment where Punk chases chases MJF all around the arena, and I was like, damn, that guy has gotten good cardio workout. Like, they're just running all over the arena, going up the stairs, and then going outside the stairs. And I'm just like, oh god. Then he runs into the ring, tags in his fellow FTR dudes, and it's 3-on-1. Like, yeah, come on, man. What are you gonna do about it, huh? What are you gonna do about it? And then Darby Allin crashes into them with a top row Sudacita and whatnot. In a suicide dive. And I'm like, oh god. Oh man. It's just so hilarious that Darby, oh god, he is just awesome, insane with things. But there's a moment where Darby is like, where they basically should be telling Darby, dude, I know you said you want to create moments and don't care about a long career, but we kind of need you for the next 20 years in our so far, because we put a lot of investment in you. Because Darby Allin, because he is absolutely mad, decides, hey, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this bump with FTR, and then they're going to throw me over the ropes, and then I'm going to crash my head into the ramp, onto the apron or side of the ring. No, Darby! No! Stop it. Like, I saw that bump and I was like, I shudder in fear, wondering what if Mick Foley came back to wrestle and Darby Allin fought him. I asked one of my friends, James, from AEW, and he just said the Ring would probably win, because let's be real, they'll probably destroy each other and turn themselves into ashes in the foreseen fallout. Because Darby and Mick Foley would have tore the house down, and probably quite literally. But yeah, it's just, I'm kind of amazed that how insane and how Darby was able to keep going after that. Heck, this match had another scary bump moment where MJF was thrown over the top rope by Sting and he landed on his neck or head on the concrete, and I was like, okay, MJF, Darby, I know you wanted to make your mark, but can you not make it quite literally? Like, damn. And MJF, after that, he is like, we're worried about MJF in that match. I honestly thought he was hurt. And Sting, because Sting doesn't know the meaning of the word neck injury, follows it with head to the top turnbuckle and hits a crossbody dive onto all three. Because we do that. Because this is professional wrestling and that's how we somehow roll. And Punk gets himself tagged in. He looks to finally finish off MJF, but Dax Harwood goes ahead and pulls a Brody Lee moment like he did with Bray Wyatt when he was Luke Harper, pushes him out of the way. I will save you, and takes the full brunt of a GTS, of a Scorpion Death Drop, and a Coffin Drop, taking all three finishers. And MJF is like walking, trying to, as the faces stand victorious and Punk's undefeated streak continues. MJF goes on the microphone, goes on the headset, and starts screaming profusely about his status and power. Like, the fact that FTR is still like, we got your back, man. And some people speculate. We speculated, like, was this planned or was it not planned? Because MJF was probably hurt. I think it was planned. I think the spot was planned because they don't want to give that moment just yet with CM Punk and MJF. People want to see MJF get his head kicked in by CM Punk, and I don't think they wanted to waste that moment just yet. We gotta build that up more for a one-on-one match, 1v1. We got it. So I get the feeling that Dax Harwood saving the day, saving MJF's life, that was clearly, I think that was planned. I honestly think that was planned. But with that fall he took, I wouldn't be surprised if it come out that wasn't planned and they just had to protect MJF a bit. But yeah. And that ends a trios match for the ages. That was almost 25 minutes. It was about a few seconds before the end of the match almost happened. And there's like 3 more seconds before it hit 25 minutes. Like that's an awesome match though. Oh man, it's the longest match of the night for AEW Dynamite this week. The other being Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy, which I hopefully will talk about later this week. But we're almost on Christmas. It's Holiday Bash. But man, props to all 6 talented men involved in this match. Now, can we get more of this kind of quality, more with the women? Like, besides one match that lasts for about 11 to 12 minutes, sometimes nearly 11 minutes, because I want more. I want the more. But yeah, Punk, Allin, Sting, and the Pinnacle tore it down. They tore it down, everybody. They tore it down. And they had like two picture breaks, and we all thought something big was going to happen beyond just being a good match. No, that wasn't the case. I definitely did think something was going to happen, because Malachi Black didn't have his debuting Brody King involvement, since it was reported by Body Slam that he had indeed signed with AEW, and since he is PWG champ, tag champ, that means he will inevitably show up with Malachi. He wants you, Malachi. And I'm a little amazed Wardlow and Shawn Spears didn't get involved in this match. I missed the first half of Dynamite because I have a job working at night. So yeah, luckily I managed to stick around for the 6-man tag team match. Oh man, that was awesome. Last 30 minutes, awesome. And the fact that Punk wanted to have it. And I love this moment where Sting's like, wait, what? What's going on? I didn't know this. And then he's just breaking character a little bit, just like getting a little nostalgic right there, I think. It's just that moment where it's like you get that genuine, I didn't see that coming from the wrestlers, but they're not like the shock of, oh, you pissing me off thing. It's more like, oh, this is kind of awesome. And I can't believe we actually just did this. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Sting told Punk, I'm going to paint my face in your honor. And then Punk was thinking to himself, I'll paint my face in his honor, but I won't tell him. And then he just does it. I could definitely imagine. And Darby Allin paints himself in Sting's honor, but with Owen Hart's colors on it. Owen Hart, everybody. Because the Owen Hart Tournament Cup is happening, and by God, I want it. I want to see it. And I have to wait a year until Double or Nothing Road 2 happens. No! But yeah, and Martha Hart's going to be part of this. It's kind of awesome to see that Martha Hart is letting herself get a little bit involved in the wrestling business after everything that happened all those years ago. I mean, like, I know she's never going to trust WWE after, especially with what happened and the fallouts afterwards. But it's nice that she's letting herself open up more with wrestling in general instead of closing it off completely, because Owen Hart did love this business, and like he just wasn't gonna stick around forever, but like he had plans of his own outside of wrestling. But man, I still wish Owen Hart was around. I wish the tragedy never happened. And man, the talent he could have been working. If Owen Hart was still around, I definitely think he'd be tempted to get back in that ring and want to see, I want to work with these people. I could definitely see that happening, especially since, hey, Sting's 60 in his 60s, he's still going. Maybe I could go in there and do something crazy. But yeah, I just love this homage stuff they did, and the heels being bastard heels about all this, and Oh man, it's so fun. It's so fun. But yeah, this trios match, pretty fun match. It's a pretty damn good fun match. Nearly 25 minutes of pure crazy insanity. Greensboro Coliseum going crazy for Sting and Punk, especially Sting, and then Sting pulling a Ric Flair, which I was like, getting what happened recently with him just like and collapsing on MJF's family royal jewels. Okay, that was funny. Man, it's funny. I really find it funny, especially the way MJF sells it, like, and whatnot. Like like Sting committed the great cardinal sin, and of the house of MJF, of the Friedman. That was fun. That was fun. But anyways, fun trios match all around. I can't wait to see what happens when they inevitably have Punk and MJF lock horns down the road, and Darby and Sting fight against FTR for what will look like to be the AAA All Tag Team Championships. But that's pretty much it for this video. This was Neo Reality Entertainment, the WrestleVerse, presenting the trios match of Punk, Allin, and Sting taking on the Pinnacle in trios action for 25 minutes. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, check out other content in the description below. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace and take care, everybody, and have a good day.